Teays Valley Tuesdays.
Hi everybody, I'm Kathy Ellswick, president of Tasty Blend Foods. Welcome back to my kitchen. Right now we're in the middle of football season, and that means all things cold, all things hearty that stick to your bones to eat. So the perfect thing to go with that is our Teays Valley Cornbread. It's super easy, and I'm going to show you how. You're just going to need a box of mix, a bowl to mix it in. You can use a spoon or a spatula or whatever you prefer. Some buttermilk, some Pam, and a baking dish. It's going to take about 4 seconds to put all in the bowl together, and then the biggest time is going to be in the oven. It takes about 28 to 35 minutes. And I'm going to show you two of my favorite ways to make our cornbread. The first way is the traditional way. All you're going to need to do is open your box and get your mix into your bowl. We're going to use about 1.5 cups of buttermilk. Now, if you're using regular milk, you probably only need about 1 cup. It's not as thick as buttermilk. If you're using buttermilk, you're going to want to go ahead and do the 1.5 cups. Always want to shake your buttermilk, get it nice and mixed up. We'll go in for 1.5 cups. And then we're just going to pour it in and make sure that everything is well incorporated. You don't really have to worry about any kind of over mixing or anything like this in this particular case. I always use this spatula just so that I can get around the edges and then come back up in the bottom so that I don't have any dry bits left and I can utilize all the mix that's in the bowl. Once we get that all mixed together, we're just going to spray our pan, put our batter in there, and we'll pop it in the oven. Once this goes in the oven, it's going to take about 30 minutes, give or take, on your oven. Every oven is obviously different, so you're just going to keep an eye on it, but I would start at the lower time, about 30 minutes, and then just keep checking it for the color. Let's get this in. Now that we have that in our oven, I'm going to show you my favorite way to make cornbread, and that is with our trusty old iron skillet. First thing you're going to do is make sure you put about 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. I'm using vegetable oil. I don't measure it, I eyeball it. You want the bottom to be coated pretty good, and then we're just going to slide this in our oven, and we're going to let this grease get nice and hot. That's going to take about 10 minutes. Okay, everybody, we've had this pan in here for about 10 or 15 minutes. The way you're really gonna know is you'll be able to smell that hot oil. What we're gonna do is we're gonna carefully get this out. This is the most important part. We're gonna put this in. When this goes in, it should bubble like when you fry an egg in bacon grease. You wanna get a nice crisp bottom, okay? Once we get that all in there, you don't need to smooth it, you don't need to shake it, you're just gonna burn yourself. I promise you that. Just easily grab it back up, slide it right back in the oven. We have our cornbread out of the oven and it looks really good. I'm just gonna slice it up. I'm gonna serve it right out of this baking dish. What I'm most excited to show you guys is the crust that we were able to achieve on this cornbread because we used this iron skillet. So I'm gonna slide it out onto this plate so that you guys can get an idea of the crust. We were able to get a really nice crust here. So we have our classic soft cornbread, and we have a nice crunchy one that you can dip into those soups and let it soak up all that delicious flavor. Remember, you can find any of these in your local grocer, and if you're missing us between Tuesdays, please check out our website at tastyblend.com. You can find all the videos that you've seen on the news. You can also get some extra recipes. Just remember, nobody has to know that it came from a mix.